Hey everybody, it's Matt from the Rattlebunny's Den. Once again we're here at the Bangorian Islands in Transport Fever 2. We'll be checking things out and adding some more routes or whatever it is you want to call it. It is October 10th, 1850, so we're not too much later on down the road. I think after this one I might let it run until 1855 or thereabouts to get us maybe a little bit more cash if it works out. But checking out the different food factories, bakeries, whatever you want to call them. There's one here in the town of Tolstoy, and it looks pretty good, but I think it's one I want to set up for a train later. So let's go back over here to Paddyland. Now you see here I've only got one platform. I want to change that to two because it's easier then to have two different lines going to two different cities picking up at the same place. It tends to keep the traffic a little bit more reasonable. So let's put these in here. As you can see, they're kind of expensive, but they'll pay off in the future. Yeah. Then we could do a third, fourth, and fifth for different lines when and if the factory gets that big. Hopefully by then we'll be doing a lot of stuff by train. Things are slow in the 1850s. Everything's horse and buggy, so we'll try and speed things up a little bit as we go. Alright, so we're going to do two more road lines today in this episode. Let's just check this, make sure that the order is right. The order on the Wistful Vista one I noticed at the end of the last video was all messed around and back to front. We're going from town after dropping off food all the way back to the factory to pick up more food, only to go to the farm. It was a mess. That one's fine. Now here at the farm, you only need really one platform. You're only picking up one thing going to one place right now, so we'll get rid of that platform. It'll reduce our costs monthly. Not significantly, but a little bit. It'll reduce the cost, so we won't get quite as raked over the coals. You'll notice right now I have the monthly costs turned on. Every now and then you'll see numbers float up from the different icons, and that's just how much you're getting charged every month. I'll turn that off a little bit later, just so you can get an idea. Alright. So now to choose where we're going to do our next line. There's a tools factory here that only takes planks. Town nearby, that's good. There's a sawmill, makes planks, and a forest. Be a little bit on the convoluted side there, I think. Yeah. So that sawmill, it's oh, there's one right here on the way. Okay. So we use this forest here at Waterdeep to go to the Zion sawmill, and then back to the Maddyland tool factory, and then ultimately tools delivered to Maddyland. That should be lucrative after a while. Alright. So now to get a lay of the land and figure out what direction to put everything in. Going to need to build a couple of roads. And I know the sound effects were a little bit loud in the last video. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully they're not too bad this time. Check the suppliers for the tool factory. Yeah, the Zion mill is there. Of course, all the mills are there, and then you can check the tool sales places. It's kind of... Alright, let's get this road started here. Trying to do a visual lay of the land this time. You can see how the hills kind of undulate and how they kind of move down a little bit into this valley here. And you can see our sawmill off in the distance. So what we need to do is make a road that will eventually link up to the sawmill. So we're going to try and stay as level as we can. Wood is heavy, and the game does show that, as you noticed a little bit ago. The ones delivering food were having a struggle getting up that hill, so keep this as shallow a drop as we can, or level if possible. But ultimately we do have to go down, so try to get it to go down a bit at a time without making too many earthworks, which can be very expensive. That's okay. Alright, I guess that's as shallow as we're going to get there. That's not bad. Okay. A little flat level portion. Alright. Yeah, this is working out pretty good. You get a little steep area right here. It's fairly short though. Let's see if we can shallow that up a bit. Yeah, that'll work. And bring it right on down to the road. That works. Especially when we get to motorized vehicles, that road, if you know it's still in use, hopefully be upgraded by then, not a dirt road. They won't struggle as bad getting up and around the hills either. Keep this line going. Alright, so we need to build a pickup spot here. Again, we only need one platform. We're only picking up one item for one place right now, so one platform will be fine. Put that there. We have a drop off and a pickup here. Okay, what did I do there? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, you're gonna need two platforms, or at least, you know, it would be good to have two platforms. Separate the comings and goings. Although they will use one platform to both pick up and deliver if you're on one line. Okay. So we got that line set, or that road set up anyway. Now we need to connect the factory to Mattyville, where they want tools. And it's, you know, usually good to bring tools to people who want them. You know, because. Alright, so let's get this one in here. As usual, I try to keep them as straight as possible. Just for me, it's a little bit easier to organize my thoughts that way. And we find a drop-off point that's right in the middle of where the tools are, so we get the best coverage for that. And now we need to build a road. Since we're still horse and buggies, there is absolutely no reason to pave these roads right now. Their speed limit is, I think, 17, and the fastest thing I've got right now is 12 miles an hour, pretty sure. It was going up a bit of a hill, but not too bad. And that's a lot cheaper to do it in small segments. As you see, not many earthworks, so it doesn't cost a lot. Kind of getting down in the funds. So we're going to have to take out a bit of a loan here. I have a $5 million loan right now to get started. We need to repay some, but we got to borrow a little bit in order to get these lines done. At least this one done. So we'll get $1 million out of the bank. Create us a new line. This one is going to be, keeping our naming convention there, Con Road. We're going to call it Mattyland. Right, Mattyland. That's where we're at. Yup, that's where we're at. Very good, you can remember. So, forgive the mouse clicking. Sometimes I'm just not accurate. So, Mattyville, very good. Mattyville Tools, that'll work. And, yeah, you know, named after me. A lot of the towns on this map are named after folks I know. It's one of the weird things I like to do. So we'll go there, and then to the sawmill. Yep. And then, yeah, that works. Or, no. Let's try that again. Alright, so we want to follow our path. First we're going to go from tree to sawmill, and then from sawmill to factory, and then to delivery. It's the exact same thing, it's just in a different, well, that's fine. That'll work. Forgive me, sometimes I'm a little bit little bit flaky this early in the morning. Alright, so we need a terminal. Put it right at the end of this street, I think. Yeah, that'll work. And straighten this out. Yeah. Too close. Yeah, that looks good. And like the others, let's go into going into the buy vehicles thing. We're going to select the American horse-drawn carriage. We're going to do 25 of those. I think 25. Wait a minute. Is there something that's a better deal? 11 horses. Weird. Don't know why the Asian horse-drawn carriage puts out more emissions. No, we'll stick with the American ones. Let's throw 25 in there. Seems like a lot, but when you're talking horse and buggy, I mean, it's probably not enough. But it's what we have to start with. Color it green like the line color. And we're on to our next one. Let that thing get started. Alright, so let's speed things up a bit and get it to bed in. Our date's already at 1/4. I keep the date at 1/4 because I like to take my time, and I like to kind of enjoy the game as it goes through. It lengthens it, it makes it longer, but the faster the date goes, the faster you're having to replace vehicles. And you see how the numbers come up. That's basically telling you what the monthly charges are for running those vehicles and the different truck stops that you have and so forth. And as you can see, it's going by pretty quick. It's a little bit more than monthly. Trying to figure out right now what that is. I think it might be weekly. Yeah, it looks to be about weekly. Alright. So your charges are weekly for the vehicles. Probably for the truck stops as well. Alright, so now let's see what we got. We got coal mines. Can we do something else around Paddyland? Alright, well let's check out the deliveries right now. I'm going to turn off those annoying numbers flying up. And we'll check out what our delivery looks like, what we're getting here. Alright, we got 2 on board this one. We're going to come up here and turn the corner, of course. Head over to our drop-off spot. Ah, traffic. Even back then there was traffic. If you've seen some of the older pictures from the end of the 1800s, there was a lot of traffic in some of those cities. I've seen some pictures from Denver, Colorado, back in the late 1800s, the early 1900s, when there was a combination of horse and buggy and cars. That must have been chaotic. Crazy and chaotic. Alright, so we made a few bucks there. Nothing major. Let's check our route. Yep, we've got a profit showing on the Paddyland one, but not so much on the Wistful Vista. So let's just make sure we're doing okay there. Take us over to see this one in motion. Turn that off. Okay. They're still recovering from my horrible planning for this one, so they still haven't gotten anything together yet. You notice that the icon at the bottom there shows they're still set up for carrying logs. They do change automatically when they get to the place that they're actually picking something up or dropping it off, but because of my error, very good, Matt, I sent them from the depot to the factory to pick up nothing, to come all the way back to Wistful Vista and drop off nothing before they go to the farm. A huge, huge, huge waste of time and money, but, you know, it is what it is, so we'll just let it go. Alright. At least it's progressing. I did get the routing straightened out. So now they will go from Wistful Vista to the farm to pick up stuff, to go to the bakery to drop off stuff and pick up stuff, and then back to Wistful Vista like they should, which is good. All right, so let's find our next victim here. Let's see. Steel, I don't know. Steel's a little bit complex for this stage in the game. Something you really kind of need trains for. I mean, you're hauling ore, which is heavy. Two types. You have to go to the steel mill, and then you got to haul steel, which is heavy. And horse and buggy is kind of, or horse and wagon is kind of. That would take a lot. Not sure if the game actually stresses that or not, but in my mind, let's wait for trains. We're not quite at that stage yet. Haven't quite made the money that we need in order to do trains yet. So we're going to look at maybe construction materials. Maybe that'll work. Bricks and such. Let's see. We need stone, which it's heavy, but and then construction materials are heavy, but it's not two different ones. All right, so the construction materials, but where is the quarry? Oh, it's over there. Oh, nice little bridge. Town of San Andreas on the way. And then we have Edoras and looks like Electron. That'll both look into it. So let's borrow some money. Another $1 million. So we're $7 million in the hole right now. That's all right. Some companies thrive on just loans alone. So we'll slow things down just a little bit so the AI doesn't build us out here. Probably won't happen. One platform again, as we're just picking up stone. Let's put that in. Make sure it works. Looks pretty straight. Little tweaking. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so that's our pickup for stone. And then we need a place to... Alright. We want to do Edoras or Electron. Electron's a bigger town. Let's put this in over here first. Alright, 2 platforms, dropping off and picking up. Potential of 2 towns, so we need 2 platforms, 2 different routes. I'm going to try to just call it routes from now on. Routes. I'll try to call it routes. If that's right in your book, great. If wrong in your book, sorry. It is what it is. But once again, we have to build a road. I think we're going to go with Electron. Better choices as far as, more customers. So this time we'll choose the contour. As you can see, the contour is, it's pretty light, the hills here, because the lines are spread further apart. And once again, dirt road, because we don't need anything paved at this stage of the game. Gently downhill. And nice level section. Cut through the woods a little bit. And we'll just join up with this road down here. Still level. Yeah, just join it right up. There you go. All right. That's quick and easy. Alright, now we need to put in a drop-off area right in the middle of the... You can see where all the bricks are above the buildings. Those are the buildings that will use the building materials, I guess. So put our drop-off point where it turns the most of those white, which means they're in capture or catchment, however you want to call it. But those are the ones that are capable of being served by that point. Gives you more customers, more demand. And as you know, supply and demand is the name of the game. Well, all right, Transport Fever 2 is the name of the game, but, All right, so we go pick up there. We get there. Yeah, that works right there. Quick and easy. So let's, Con Road. Ultimately, they're going to Electron. So Electron and construction. Yeah. Okay. Let's shorten that. Let's go. Let's call it Mat. I think. Yeah, Mat. Construction materials. That works. All right. So now we need another place where we can build more horses and carriages. I don't know how we build horses. Maybe with other horses. Maybe with a wrench. I don't know. It's a different world. All right, let's put this one. I like to try to keep these to the outskirts. Eventually they get, if the towns grow enough, they get sucked into the middle of the town, which is fine. We'll put that one there. I mean, they always stay in the place that they're at, but the town grows up around them, which is, it's kind of neat. It's a lot of fun. Again, we'll do the, yeah, let's do the, no, just for a change. Let's do the European. The same exact carriage, just it's slightly different canopy color. So I'll do 25 of those. And select them all by clicking that circle and paint them blue, just like the color of the line. Assign them to the line. And off we go. Alright, let's speed this up and check things out for a bit. Alright. Huh. Interesting. I don't know why they went that way. I would have thought they'd have stayed on the main drag. Huh, maybe the town has it set as... You can set streets, I guess, as one way, so maybe it has that section set as one way. I don't see that, but maybe. I don't really have a lot of explanation for why they would take that route, but, you know. Whichever. It's all routing. It's all strange. Alright, so let's go back over to Mattyville, the tools line. We can see they got planks already. Some of them already have planks, which is good. And we can see that 2 of our lines are in profit right now. The tools one is in profit, and Paddyland's in profit. We still haven't seen a profit from Wistful Vista yet, but as we can see, there's a lot less of them carrying, you know, set up for logs, and now they're carrying actual wheat, so we got that fixed, which is good. Alright, and the logs will come in, and we are getting, oh, yeah, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Okay. Let's go back and look at the route for Paddyland. It's in profit, which is good. We have both food and grain currently being transferred, which is good. And let's go back over to Wistful Vista, make sure that one's doing okay. Yes, we have lots of grain being transferred down to the bakery here. Zoom in on him. Well, he's moving right along, isn't he? Quick horses. Watch and see what he brings in from a full load of grain. Pretty good distance. Notice how the other one's sitting there and food is appearing and then disappearing. It's being loaded onto his wagon. Maybe down the road we'll have actual loading animations and stuff like that, but I still think that's a few years to come before games get as sophisticated as that. Well, didn't do as well as I thought he was going to do. But let's watch this one. Or maybe not. Alright, so the construction materials one. Let's go back over here to Mattyville. I keep saying Mattyland. It's Mattyville. Wow. Alright, this one's got planks. So like I said, coming down the pike for the channel, we have a pressing Game Gear repair. to finish off Ashley's game gear. Like I said before, it's working. It just has no audio at the moment, so we got to look deeper into the audio board. I got a new chip for the audio board that we'll be trying out. At least it's supposed to work. Let's cross our fingers and hope that it does, and just kind of looking around for the next one here. But that's it from the Rattlebunny's Den. Thanks for coming and playing and hanging out. We'll have the repair videos up pretty soon once we're done with the building the lab. Until then, you guys have a great, safe time, and everybody stay away from that coronavirus. Make sure that you protect yourself if you are in areas affected. And if you like this video, thanks for clicking on the like, and be sure to subscribe and get the bell on. Click that little bell icon so you get notified of new videos as they come out. That's the Rattlebunny, signing out.